of 18, Amanda Perla was in a car accident that resulted in a spinal cord injury. She is now a C6 quadriplegic. With the help of Next Step Orlando's aggressive and comprehensive exercise based recovery program, Amanda was able to improve her daily living and live a full life while inspiring others to do the same. Amanda has served as a race ambassador for the Wings for Life World Run and was also featured as Miss March in the 2015 New York Mets calendar. Amanda also handles social media for Next Step Orlando. Tell us a little bit about your spinal cord injury, how it happened, what the recovery process was like. Were there any other complications at the time of the accident or when you sustained your spinal cord injury?
Okay. Yeah, so my spinal cord injury happened about 13 years ago. I was 18 and I was a senior in high school, and I just happened to be a passenger in a car accident that left me with a broken neck at the C6 level.
Can you explain, just for those that may not know, what does a C6 vertebrae injury, what does that mean?
Right. Okay. So our spine is actually broken into 3 different groups. There's the cervical, the thoracic, and the lumbar. So the cervical is your neck, is considered breaking your neck, and then thoracic is your back, and the lumbar is that lower back tailbone area. So each level in those groups control different nerves and abilities for your body and their muscles. So breaking your neck at the C6 level typically means like no triceps, no hand function, or anything like below that, really. But then again, everybody's different and you regain different abilities through it. Higher quads that have broken like C2, C3 may not have any movement, maybe just like a little bit of a shoulder shrug. And then the paraplegics are the ones that break in the thoracic and lumbar.
Okay. What parts of your life have been affected by your spinal cord injury?
So for me personally, and honestly, I think most people that are living with a spinal cord injury, like literally every single aspect of your life is changed or affected, like physically, obviously, but emotionally and mentally and socially and financially. Like there's literally not a single aspect of your life that a spinal cord injury doesn't affect. And for me, like, because I got hurt at such like a pivotal moment in my life, it was like really right before or right at the end of my senior year. So it was right before graduation. I had to miss that. I didn't get to experience that summer before going to college and like really figuring out what I wanted to do. I danced competitively for like 11 years before my injury. And although I wasn't dancing at the time of the injury, I always knew I wanted to do something active and like have a career in something active later on in my life. So that was probably like the hardest part in the beginning. Was realizing that I was going to have to kind of reevaluate and make a different plan for myself.
Of course. What have been your greatest obstacles to date? How did you manage or overcome them?
I think my greatest obstacle was just trying to find a way to be happy again. And for me, that was always just living an active lifestyle. So it was like, how can I fulfill that again? And, luckily that did bring us to Next Step Orlando, which it's my happy place, and being here gives my life purpose again. And it just makes me so happy to share that with other people and hopefully give them the sense that their life has purpose again. I think that was my biggest obstacle, was just being happy with, like, full-heartedly being happy with myself and my life and the direction that it was going again.
Right. Yeah. No, for sure. And I'm glad that you have found a place where you feel obviously accepted, but way to give back at Next Step Orlando. What do you find to be your biggest success so far in life?
I mean, it has to, I have to say it would be opening Next Step Orlando. It's brought me so much joy over the years, and just like an understanding of so much like difficulty and hardships that people have to face, and really learning to just not be judgeful and or judgmental. I don't know if that's the right word. And just like really have compassion for everybody and what their situation may entail, and just to again provide a place that people can come to and feel accepted and included again, and just kind of like restore hope for them again.
And so what is Next Step Orlando?
Yeah, I know. It's like tried to save it for the end, but it's just such a huge part of my life that it's like hard to not mention it before that. But Next Step Orlando is a paralysis recovery center. So it's a really aggressive exercise-based recovery program. I was getting really, really frustrated with the limitations that traditional physical therapy was putting on me, because they are limited by insurance. So my mom, like I said, she was my advocate from the beginning, started looking for other options of because like I also said, I just was always so active. Sitting around was not an option for me. So it was like, what else is there out there? What can help me? And that's when we found Next Step out in California, and we started making trips out there. And I knew right away that this is what I needed to have in my life on a consistent basis. And not only that, we were meeting so many people out there from this area that we realized that it was a huge need for other people too. So yeah, it's a paralysis recovery center. There's many different locations now. We were the first out of besides LA to open, but there's Atlanta now, as well as Las Vegas, Raleigh, Kansas City. I hope I'm not forgetting any. Phoenix, and I think I should know. There's just so many. And then they've opened up in New Zealand, I believe, and Austria as well. You can definitely see it all on the website. We're just growing so quickly that I can't keep up.
So have you come to a place of acceptance with your injury?
I have. It definitely wasn't overnight. I've been injured now for 13 years, so I've had a lot of time to learn to accept it. Like I said, I'll never quit trying to regain mobility and to walk again, but I have accepted the injury, and I have accepted my new normal. And I think what actually really helped me the most was meeting my husband, Matt. I think everybody, one of their first thoughts or fears when they have a spinal cord injury is, can anybody ever love me like this? So when I finally realized that I could be loved this way, I think that's really when I was able to accept the injury.
That's wonderful. What advice would you give to others who have a spinal cord injury?
My advice to others that have a spinal cord injury, I think, has been like the running theme of this interview here, and it's just do what you can do, or find what makes you happy again. That I feel like is the key. It's just to be everybody, I feel like, that's their goal in life, right? Is to be happy. So do what you need to do, find what makes you happy again, and just realize how lucky you are to still be alive, and make the best of it, because we only get one shot.
Absolutely. That's a great way to end, quote unquote, this interview.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, no, it's amazing. Your story is really, really powerful.